Hey guys, new challenge is coming. Today is Monday, 27th of January, and I am starting with the new challenge. First of all, I hope that yesterday's overview of the last challenge, the vegan challenge, helped you in some way. Maybe to start it yourself, maybe to continue it, maybe just to understand some of the challenges and benefits of it. But throughout all of these challenges, the first one, which is 5 a.m. club, 66 days of waking up at 5, and the other one, the vegan challenge, helped me a lot, not only in my health, well-being, but also in my prosperity as a coach. The difference which is coming now, I would say I have like, you could say, I don't know, like 1,000% growth in my practice. And that's literally what is happening, like in regards of clients and money made from it. So definitely I believe that there are other things which happen, but that was one of the most important, was the challenges I started. So that's why I wanted to continue with the practices which I'm starting now, with the next challenges. And the next challenge, it's gonna be self-compassion. Now you're gonna ask me why self-compassion and what it is actually self-compassion. I would say that for me that was the most controversial term when I heard about it, and I was definitely against it initially because I thought that compassion is something which will make me weak and will make you vulnerable so other people can take advantage of me. But the moment I started reading more about it and actually using it in my life, I saw the big difference in regards of happiness, fulfillment, confidence, prosperity, whatever you call it. And that's a reality. I'm not exaggerating that. It's really it's a great, amazing tool for developing in all of these areas. But first of all, why I'm starting it and how I think it will help me. First of all, I believe, based on my practice as a coach, my personal growth, the conversation I had with a lot of experts, and all of the articles and books I've read, the biggest challenge we have and the deepest challenge we have in regards of how we feel in our life is that we don't feel enough. I don't feel good enough for someone, for something, or only for, even for the world, you could say. And we can go in depth in that why we don't feel enough and stuff, but I'm sure all of us know that it can be connected with our childhood. Maybe something happened at some point in our life. We started this journey that we try to prove ourselves all the time to someone or to something in order to feel good about ourselves. And to be honest, the last 10 years in my life, and at least the first 6-7 years, I was trying to hack actually how to feel good about myself based on how can I evaluate myself in the best way. What is the best evaluation tool to ourselves, which is going to help me to feel confident and to feel success and to become successful. And I actually was desperate at some point because I just couldn't find the answer, and I continued felt float all the time. But the answer came very unexpectedly for me when I when I was studying here in Denmark in a university, and a person came to our class to share experience because he finished the same university. He wanted to share the experience with how you can find a new job and a job after you finish and all of this. And I was not so interested in finding a new job, but I felt his energy, which was super confident, and I asked him how actually he became this confident in his life. And what he answered to me was super astonishing. He answered that he actually accepts himself the way he is, and that's all, with his weaknesses and his strengths. And especially, he said, I accept my weaknesses. And actually, I was a little bit puzzled when I heard that because it was something new for me. I've heard about acceptance and stuff, but for me, that was whole thing. And don't talk about it, and it's just people who are like in the spiritual world talk about this stuff. But I was really interested because this guy, I saw that this guy is very practical, you could say scientific person who speaks about this acceptance, and I really got interested, so I started researching the topic, and I found actually several sources on compassion and books on compassion. And the best book I found was Kristin Neff's book, which is Self-Compassion. It's called Self-Compassion. And I started reading and started applying some of the things there, and I saw a big difference in my life, a difference which I couldn't find before with all of the measurement systems I was using, not only my own, but also the systems I found outside. And then I realized that there's something in this which I have to explore. And I explored it throughout the years, and I couldn't actually, couldn't understand the connection between the compassion and the confidence and fulfillment. Because when you say confidence, you feel that you're, strong, you know everything, you really smash people and stuff, and this kind of things, like you can go on through everything. And when you heard about compassion, it feels like something gentle, something kind. How can you connect these two? I don't know. But with the time, I started realizing that actually what compassion is doing with us is that it gives us the freedom to be ourselves and to give us the freedom to be flawed human being, which actually we are. And when we come and in comparison to the self-esteem movement, which is all the time we need to measure in something in order to feel really worthy, which we end up feeling devastated, feeling bad, feeling inadequate, and so on and so on. So I didn't come to these realizations like at once, but throughout the time I realized that, and even though I've done a lot of things, a lot of practice in compassion, I haven't been so consistent with doing it every single day and focusing on the 3 components actually Kristin Neff suggested in her book. So that's what I want to do now, because I know that the answer is there. I know that the difference in my worth, my influence, and my confidence, it will be even bigger when I do that. And that's why also with my clients, when I speak with them, they ask me about confidence. I say that this is actually, I believe, my opinion is that it can be the answer. We need to really throw out this evaluation system at all. We just put it out there, just not put it out there, but just throw it out, and then focus on compassion in order to really accept and be kind with who we are, because this is actually what we needed, and because we couldn't find it in our initial years when we were children, and we understood that the only way to do that is to measure up to some standards. We just started with that model. We need to remove this model and we need to do the other one. And I know that for some people that sounds frightening, but I'm gonna prove it now by doing it myself, by focusing on that, and give you the results which is gonna happen in 66 days after I'm doing this challenge. So how the challenge will go is I'm gonna go through the 3 components, which are mindfulness, common humanity, and kindness. So I'm gonna go 22 days in one, 22 days the other one, and 22 days the third one. As they're gonna go one over the other, I will start with mindfulness with the base, then I'm gonna build up with common humanity, and then I'm gonna build up with kindness. So at the end of the last 22 days, I will have the 3 components and using them continuously to create, to finish up with creating the habit. That's the idea which I have, and I'm absolutely sure that at least I'm gonna give everything of myself to actually prove that this works. Or maybe it's not. We don't know. So additionally to that, I'm gonna definitely read different books, not only the Self-Compassion of Kristin Neff, but I already started reading The Art of Happiness by Dalai Lama. I bought one more book of Dalai Lama. I started listening, actually, wherever you go, there you are. Of the book is written by the guy who created the biggest, the most influential stress reduction program in the world. And he actually has a book on the topic of compassion and of mindfulness, because mindfulness actually is the first step which I'm gonna take. That's why I'm gonna focus now the first 22 days on that. So I'm gonna read the books. That's maybe I had to say that the first 22 days I'm gonna focus on mindfulness with all the resources, then common humanity, and then kindness, and I'm gonna combine, as I said at the end, all of them. But yeah, I started reading already the books. I'm gonna share insights from there. I'm gonna share insights from my my results, my failures, my successes, and everything. So you're gonna see the process, how that is helping going with me. So I'm gonna do it in the form of posts, videos, and everything, which all the means which I can use in order to give you some idea what is happening. And the last one, of course, is if some of you wants to join this challenge with me, I am here with you. I would love to have people with me who are gonna share this journey and the results we have, the failures we have, and everything. So you can comment on the comment section below in whatever media I post that. I'm gonna post it in LinkedIn, in Facebook, and in Instagram. So wherever you are, just post down there, and I'm gonna contact you. We can just start. We can help each other to go through this challenge together. And actually, the last thing I wanna say is, I think most of the people, also for me, I thought that maybe that would be the easiest challenge I have, but I have started actually even before the last several days with that, and it's not at all easy. At all. I mean, I think it will be the hardest one. So, with the words of, how to say, hope, I just say that I really hope at the end of these 66 days to see the differences this can create in my life, and we can share it together with you. So have a nice week, and I'm coming up with new updates. Bye.